Hi everybody, I found one of the coolest coins yesterday and very unique right here. A little small, but it is an awesome coin. I'm going to tell you a little bit of history about this little coin right now. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, back in the mid-1600s, we had just discovered this new world, but commerce was starting to pick up really good. And up in Boston, Massachusetts, they had a lot of trade going on. They were shipping trees out for ship mass, there's cotton, tobacco, all kind of commerce was going on up in Boston. And the problem was with currency, trying to trade. A lot of people were trading like barter, you know, I'll trade you this for that, or trying to come up with ways to pay for things because the coins were kind of scarce in the New World. England didn't want to send us coins over here because they were scarce over there. So we ended up using a lot of Spanish coins and foreign coins, whatever they could find to trade. Most of them were silver, and they could use scales and weigh them out, how much it was worth and everything, gold coins. But up there they decided, they said, look, we need some kind of way to pay for things. And also, Boston authorized a mint to be made in 1652. I think it was John Hall and Robert Sanderson were assigned by the Boston Authority to create a mint to print coins so they can use for trade. Pretty cool, right? First mint in the United States, the very first mint made. Now, they were a little bit scared to make a mint because England was the only authority to make coins. They were the only ones to say we can make coins, right? But in 1652, the King of England had actually been beheaded, King Charles, I think it was, 3 years earlier. So England was a republic at the time, so it wasn't as much authority going on. Like, you can't do that. So anyway, they ended up putting, on most all the coins, they put 1652 on the coins because that was when it was really, they were kind of in limbo over in England because they had beheaded the king and all. So they put that on there. A couple of theories, they said they put the 1652 on there because of that reason, and another was because that was the year that was established. But they actually printed coins from 1652 to 1682. And 82, English government shut them down because they got their stuff together. But anyway, they wasn't sure which reason why, but reason one or two is why they had 1652 on most of the coins. So they got to work and started printing and started stamping coins out, printing them out. Now most of them all had that 1652, but the very first coin they made did not. And I'll put a picture of this one up here. It had NE on it. I'll try to put a picture on the screen. And what denomination it was, 3 pence, 6 pence, I think is how they had another one. But that particular one, that one is real expensive today. If you actually found here's one right here. Rare coin minted in colonial New England sells for $350,000 for one of those coins. But thereafter, not soon thereafter, they started printing several varieties. One of them was the willow tree, and I think that one was 1652 to 1660 or 62. They bore the willow tree. Then they had the oak tree, and it appeared on coins between 1660 and 1662. However, most famous design was the final one to be issued. It's called the pine tree shilling. And it was struck between 1667 and 1682. And there's lots of different varieties of these. And I tell you what, I'll put up some pictures up here on the screen of several different varieties, and they come with different couple different sayings on them and different tree designs. Like I said, a different type of trees and all. But I believe mine is a pine tree shilling. Mid-1600s. That is amazing. Now, one thing you might notice right off the bat is the fact, look how little it is, right? This is actually, and I'll put a picture up there on the screen, this coin has been cut. Back in the day, now we're talking earlier about there's not enough coins to go around. Well, even when they had a coin, it wasn't enough denominations of that coin. Like we got pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters now, but back then, a lot of them just had them like that. So if that's $1, that size coin, and it was only 50 cents they had to spend, what did they do? They cut it in half. They even cut it into quarters. A lot of y'all have heard the terminology called pieces of 8. That was where they took a 8 real back, like a Spanish 8 real, and they cut it in 8 pieces for change. That's how they would make change, by cutting coins in pieces. Well, that's apparently what they did to this little coin I found, is they had cut it up in pieces, and there's a pine tree shilling that they cut in pieces for change back in the day. If they were buying something at the store, it was half of what that coin was. They cut the coin in half. It was a fourth of it. They cut it in a fourth, and so forth. Pretty cool. They were thinking they had to figure ways to make that happen. Now, I did read up sometime. That's why they put the reeded edges and all. So I mean, back in the old days, they had what they call cobs, like Spanish would make coins, bam. But people would try to steal. They cut little pieces off the edges of them and all, because that thing was supposed to weigh so much. And when they made it at the mint, they would weigh it, make sure it weighed a certain amount. But people got slick on them. They would cut little chips off of them and start trying to save the silver and all. So that's why you start seeing the more unified coins, so they can't cut them, and you can see that they cut something off, not like an old cob did. But anyway, back to the pine tree. Yeah, they actually definitely cut this one, and like I said, I put a picture up there. You see the rounded edge where the coin actually, this was, you know, a somewhat round coin, and they had actually cut a piece off of it. And back in the day, they used to have scales, and have little weights that weighed a certain amount. They could actually figure out if you were cheating them or not by using those scale weights to figure it out. Because back then it wasn't as unified as now. They're just getting ready in the coinage and trading money and everything. So it's pretty cool. That coin has a lot of history. I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I thought I'd pass along a little history to this little coin I found. Probably the only one of these I'll ever find. That is a super cool piece of that type of coin anyway. All right, well, I hope you all got a little education out of that. I know I did, just looking everything up and understanding how the process they did back up in Boston, Massachusetts, first mint in the United States. Pretty cool. And this is one of the coins from it right there. All right, well, I appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share. Subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you in the next adventure.